Good evening and welcome everyone to this awesome session of Mindful Living. This session, like all of the sessions, is an absolutely wonderful one. And it's about duality and how we perceive our world as two opposites, and there are so many, and we're constantly struggling with this duality or often fighting it, whether it is day or night, or us versus them, and that us versus them is can be anything. It could be male versus female, BJP versus Congress, Democrats versus Republican, so this theme of me and you, it could be departments, it creates this conflict. This duality creates the conflict. Right or wrong, or right or left, or happy or sad. uh, there is so much pleasure or pain, and how we deal with this duality uh, determines a lot our trajectory of life. Tony Robbins says that if we can embrace pain, uh, which often comes from being disciplined, being having a growth mindset, investing in your growth, then life is very different. But if we chase pleasure, then we may have short-term pleasure but long-term pain. So how we deal with duality is very important. Gen Z versus Gen Y, Gen X or Gen Alpha, up versus down. Stock market goes up, we are happy. Stock market goes down, we are sad. But the fact is, and because of this up and down in the stock markets, many people choose the safer option of investing in fixed deposits. But uh, safe is also suboptimal, because at 6, 7%, 8%, you barely cover, and the post-tax returns barely cover the inflation. But if you can embrace the up and down, if you can embrace the duality, you can set yourself up for 15% kind of return, and your wealth and family wealth takes on a different path. So like that, uh, if we embrace duality, we can set up ourselves up for 100%, 100x growth, as Dr. Maruti talks about in his book. So if you are someone who is struggling with duality and you are looking for a solution on how to embrace duality and use it to your advantage, you are at the right place at the right time, because we have Dr. Maruti with us today talking about navigating through life's dualities. And he's the author of this amazing, thought provoking book. And I'm so proud to have a copy of his book with me. And this book is now available on Amazon. Thriving Through the Contrast, Navigating the Life's Dualities. It's an amazing, thought provoking book which sets up for success in our life. Dr. Maruti is currently serves as the president, R&D and chief technological officer of Advik High Tech. He has got a distinguished career spanning over 2 decades, working with organizations like Mahindra, Ingersoll Rand, John Deere, Eaton, Schaeffler, NBC, and SKF, and currently heading the R&D at Advik High Tech, which is a global components supplier, a major global component supplier. He's got a PhD in innovation management and strategy, along with an engineering education from COP Pune. He's been recognized among the top 50 achievers in the clean energy and e-mobility by Smart Energy magazine. He has won awards, Visionary Award for Innovation 2021 and the Best Innovation Award, multiple honors, patents, and international publications. And this doesn't stop here. He's also the father of an officer in the Indian Defense Forces. So very, very proud of that, proud father. And we are very happy to have you with us today, Dr. Maruti, talking to us about this wonderful topic. Uh, thank.
It's really pleasure, Ashish sir, the way you have described, feeling more prouder than I was feeling 1 hour back. So thank you for giving that comfort.
Mhm.
I know there are more people who are accomplished than I am on the call. So very happy to be part of this discussion, sir. Thank you for
Thank
inviting
you.
me, and thank you for this opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I've had multiple discussions with Dr. Bharati on this book, and it's a fascinating to discuss with him, and him holding wide, he's holding, he's talking about multiple topics in great depth. So before I hand over to him, I'll take a minute to introduce myself. For those of you who are attending our session for the first time, my name is Ashish Kumar, and I'm the founder of Mindful Living. And the session today is being organized as a part of our community initiative, which we started in April 2020 when the first lockdown happened. Few of our friends got together to practice mindfulness, and over a weekend in April 2020, and then the it kind of the word spread, and today we have become a vibrant community of over 1,000 people who connect every weekend to discuss about living mindfully. And Dr. Marti's book, Navigating Through the Dualities, is based a lot. What he talks about is based a lot in mindfulness and living mindfully. So if you would like to be a part of this community, where it's a no nonsense community where there are no good morning, good night messages, I would like to invite you to join this community. You can scan this QR code and join. We don't advertise about the work we do. So you won't hear, unless somebody invites you to join Mindful Living community, you won't be able to join. And we have a Mindful Living YouTube channel, which has got recordings of all our previous sessions that we have done. So you can go and explore 240 plus videos that we have got on how to live healthier, happier, and wealthier. Prior to starting Mindful Living, I worked in the corporate sector for about 25 years with the organizations like Xerox, Tata AIA, Future Generali, and Mars. By education, I'm an MBA from SIBM Pune, cost accountant, fellow of Life Management Institute, and a certified mindfulness meditation teacher. I'm a coach and mentor to students of IIM Nagpur and author of Beyond Limits. So on that note, friends, I'll invite Dr. Maruti to take the discussion forward. Stay actively engaged in the discussion. Keep even if you're on mute, show your reactions, love, thumbs up. If what Dr. Maruti is sharing resonates with you, keep your camera on. It's so wonderful to see your beautiful faces, and it makes it so much more fun having a conversation with your cameras on. So that the way the session is structured today, we have first 20-25 minutes. Dr. Maruti is going to take us through what he's covered in the book, and then we will have a Q&A with me, with Dr. Maruti, and a feedback from you about the session before we open it up towards, for a discussion with everybody. But stay engaged, stay actively connected in the chat. And now on that note, I invite Dr. Maruti.
So once again, good evening, formally, to all of you. And I hope
Good
you can see my
evening.
screen.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. Once again, I'm just trying to put it on a slideshow. Can you see full screen, or you are seeing the?
We are seeing the full screen and the next slide also, Dr. Maruti. Yeah, now we can see the full screen.
Okay, so now you can, yeah. So one more time, good and very happy to have Brigadier Vidur, Professor Rajesh, who I know for a long time. Professor Rajesh shaped my life, my career a lot by being my mentor during my PhD, and he's also inspiration a lot of things which normally I could not have been done. So thank you, sir, for taking time out and attending this session. So very privileged to have you. And as you are here for full living community, Ashish sir is also one of my to-go person. Whenever I feel like, oh, I'm feeling low, So let's meet sir and reflect on each other. So all of you are inspirations. I am more engaged community, so I put a lot of insights on LinkedIn, not so much on other media. But LinkedIn, yes, I'm quite popular. I am having close to 25,000 followers on LinkedIn, which seems to be a lot for a person in very small corporate and not having so big of influences across the corporate sector. But what is the session today is about we in a life getting catch wave this way or that way, and most of the time all those ways are one way or other right or one way or other wrong. And this right and wrong is very contextual actually. It is not necessary right is always right, and it's not also necessary wrong is always wrong. But there is something which is getting pursued based on what is our thought, our perceptions, our realities, and that is what we are going to talk about. That what makes us think what we are versus what we want it to be versus what we cannot, and all these things are contextual. Mr. Richards, you are having hand up, so you want to ask something? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Just
Thank you
applauding,
so
just
much.
applauding,
Very
sir.
nice
Just applauding.
encouragement, actually.
Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And it's really, really a pleasure and excitement to speaker, particularly in virtual mode when you don't see each other in true sense. Okay, so I'm going to play a short video just to build context on this particular topic, and then we will go through the concept. Okay, so let me know once you start saying it.
We can see it, but we can't hear it yet. Dr. Marti, there's no voice, there's no sound. Can you share the sound also, Dr. Marti?
Ashish sir, you are saying something?
I'm saying we're not able to hear anything. If you can play the sound also.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. I do not know why the sound is not getting played. Okay. Okay. I will play the video then. Okay. So okay. Is it better?
क्यों जापान में कई लोग अचानक से जॉब्स छोड़कर मंक्स बन रहे हैं? जापान में एक मैसिव लेवल पर जॉब रेजिग्नेशन का ट्रेंड आ चुका है। कुछ ही सालों में 60% रेजिग्नेशंस हो चुके हैं, जिसमें गिल्ट से बचने के लिए जापानीज लोग प्रोफेशनल रिजाइनर्स को हायर कर रहे हैं। डिजाइनर्स नहीं, रिजाइनर्स, जिन्हें वहां पर टाइशोकू डाइकू कहा जाता है। मेजर रीजन है खुशी की तलाश में जो
Um, uh, Mr. Richards, it's for you actually. The first few seconds of the video was in Hindi. And it is talking about in Japan, people are resigning a lot actually, and they're hiring professional resignation agent in order to facilitate the resignation into their organizations. And why it is happening so? Because they are wanted to look for happiness, and they're not finding the happiness working into the job, working into their life, or whatever they're doing. And this is the trend actually. And look at realities which we are going through with this example. We believe that Japan is developed country. People are happy over there. They are having the highest probable GDP, and see the stark reality which we are going through. These people are not happy. They are trying to find out the happiness, and this is what the duality is about. This is what is life is about, and life is full of twists and turns. We don't know what is other guys going through when we are talking to them, and this is the context which I wanted to set. So I'm sorry about first few seconds in the Hindi, but it's very important to understand the context over there. So. Okay, so I'm going to start now, and I'm going to request all of you to please react through the chats in this particular session. So look at the picture on the screen. If you can see the screen, I'm trying to show you the picture. In the picture, there's a kids and the father, and one old gentleman is sitting in one frame in the jungle. Look at the picture and please tell me what is coming to your mind, and I will be very happy to see it in the chat. And if you want to share on the by making yourself unmute, that's okay actually. What's coming to your mind when you see this picture actually? Yeah, people camping, meeting young and old, obviously, but something else is coming to my mind actually. See, I can see over here two worlds are coexisting. The world which is there in the jungle, you say the man who is completely naked and he's with the modern people who are going to the jungle for experience. The experience could be few hours, experience could be few days, experience could be 1 day or 2 days. But look at the thing, and it's also possible that it's coexisting. And if you look at the faces, I feel that the man which is not having any clothes is looking more happier, more stress free than the people in the picture, even though they are trying to be happy. And this is the thing actually. We all are coexisting. We all know that there is a possibility of survival irrespective of the situation. In the jungle, when they are going through so much of adversities without having any gears, and whereas the people who are, you can see in the picture, they are going for few hours for the experience, they are having so many gears with them. So life is the way we take it actually. The life is the way we wanted to live it. The life is not about this is how it should be. This is what things comes to my mind. I'm showing the second picture on the screen. Okay. Yeah, we can see second picture. This is picture from Asian countries. That is two islands. One is Singapore, other is Kowloon. And if you see the Kowloon side, you can see a lot of slums like huts over there. And if you see the Singapore side, it's having the skyscrapers. They are having the best possible infrastructure. And if you talk to those people, I had opportunity to talk to these people, and those people are talking only about positivity, no stress, only talking about what is going to happen tomorrow or in the week. Whereas the people outside who are having the highest possible infrastructure, best possible facilities, they are having the stress, they are not able to live the life the way they need to live it. They are under work pressure, they are under pressure of income, they are under pressure of making profits. And none of these things are bad or good. It is only the way we are putting into the context. Now I'm showing the third picture on the screen. And this is not a bird going into the skies. This is the penguin diving inside the water. And if you get a first glance through that picture, you can see that penguin is happily diving inside the ocean. And same way, if you see the birds which are diving in the sky, they are looking the similar way. So life is all about how we are perceiving it actually. What is your reference point? What is coming into your mind when you go through those experiences? Now I'm going to show you another picture on the screen. Let me know once you start seeing. This is the competition going on right now, and you can see a lot of audience around. Some are holding the placards, some are encouraging, some are looking at what's going on. What's coming to your mind actually? What is the competition is about? What do you think this gentleman and lady and the crowd is doing over there? Okay, dance competition. Okay, I am not seeing another comment, but yeah, taking to trying to balance. And the reason for asking this question is not about the competition, not about what they do, but look at the perspective. I shown the picture to you. Some of you are saying she's trying to balance. Some of you are saying she's trying to dance. Some of you might be thinking that what the hell going on? We don't know. Oh, why these questions are actually. That's also possible. And all these things coming based on what we are looking in the picture actually. And each one of us, each individual, we are different. And that is the reason we are seeing each situation differently based on how we perceive into our brain, into our processing, and then we are trying to make correlation with it actually. So these associations are never been right. The people who said that she is trying to balance, or people who said that she is trying to dance, none of them are wrong, and none of them are right also. I also don't know what competition is going on over there, but definitely I'm having different perspective, and you all are having the different perspective with this actually. And is it not right? It is not like if we try to discuss on this, we'll definitely try to understand that who is right actually. If this competition is about balancing, the people who said she is dancing may try to prove that who said she is balancing is wrong. And the people who are perceiving that she is dancing, the people who pursued her as a balancing thing, oh, they may say that no, 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 your perception is wrong about the same situation, same picture. And this is the reality. This is the life which we are living in actually. The whole day, whole of our life, we are talking about two things actually. One is right, one is wrong, or one is balancing. But at the end of the day, no situation is right or no situation is wrong. It is a contextual how I'm going to perceive it actually. And then one second, it's just going slow. Yeah, this is very direct question now to you. That what do you see over here? Now there is nothing to interpret. Okay. Actually, there is a number, and there are two people looking at it. Actually, one is saying 6, other is saying 9. And I'm sure about it. The people who are in audience right now with me, they also might be thinking it's a 6 or 9. Let's see what you feel actually. Are you feeling 9 or you feel 6? Okay. So yeah, 6. Absolutely 6. Okay. Depends on which side you are looking at. Absolutely. It could be 9 also, right? Okay. Oh, both. Absolutely. Fantastic. Pinky, I really liked it actually. It could be both. I mean, why should I be one side of the things? It's a different perception. Absolutely, Mr. Dharmesh, you are right. It's a different perception. It is depending upon your reference frame. Which side you are looking at actually? It could be 6 also, it could be 9 also. But please tell me, is it important to know is it 6 or 9 unless it's a 6 million or $9 million coming to my account? It doesn't matter actually. It's most important thing is that we should be able to understand, okay, this is a number and I recognize this number actually. It could be 6, it could be 9. Yes, 6 or 9 makes the difference when it is going to have some other context. The way I told you, if you are going to give me $6 million versus $9 million, then that's the discussion point. Otherwise, it's a number. It's a perceived number actually. It is fit into our context from which side we are looking at it actually. And life is also that actually. Life is not right. Life is not black. Life is not white. Life is not happy. Life is not sad. It's all upon the context actually. In the similar context, how we are going to react, how we are going to look at it, how we are going to interpret it. And this is about life dualities. I wanted to set the context in this 3-4 pictures. And I hope now you are with me. If you like it, just give me some thumbs up. It will give good energy to go forward and talk about next topics. So, yeah, go ahead. This is the technology glitch actually. We don't see people are really pursuing you or not. So only way your reaction will give me okay, you are with me. Okay, nice. Thank you for all these uh, reactions. I'm sorry. So we all know that we are living in a hookah world actually, and hookah is volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. Why hookah is important actually? Not every day is same as what we have lived last day actually, and we are not sure about today's things will be tomorrow exact in the same things. So they are volatile, they are uncertain, they are complex and ambiguous, and this is the reason our perception, our way of looking at it, our way of realities are very very important to understand, because what we look at in the society, in the environment, is going to set the contrast or paradox. It is going to build logic depending upon what you pursued. It is going to build emotions depending upon how you are associating with it. You are going to say it's old or new depending upon, are you knowing this in the past, then it's old thing for you. If you are going to learn in this particular moment, this is a new to you. It is not necessary the new is completely new or old is completely old. It is only the association which we are creating with that situation, with that particular moment, that is going to make us contractual or paradoxal. And that is the struggle. We all are struggling every moment, every throughout our life, about making sense out of what is coming in front of us actually. It is the contrast which is making us think, Arey, yeah, is it right or wrong? Is it fitting right into my context or not actually? And that is what creating opposing forces. If it is having association with my past thought, I can make association with it. If it is not in my past association, it is not making sense to me, then I'm going to create opposing force. And this opposing force, or the force which is going into that direction, is going to define whether I am going to make this situation to my favor or not. And that is why we talk about 6 or 9. It doesn't matter 6 is 6 or 9 is 9, unless and until it is going to help me to take the discussion forward, or take my perception forward, or ensure that I am in the reality of that particular moment. And hence, in order to move in our life and overcome the dualities of the life, we should not resist those contrasts. On the contrary, we need to learn to thrive through those contrasts. 6 will be 6, depends upon which direction you are looking. 9 will be 9, depends upon which direction you are looking. Unless and until it is going to make a difference, the way I'm telling you, it is going to make difference to go into my bank account, then yes, definitely it need a consensus. Otherwise, you have to take it with, okay, fine, we agree on this is 9, I'm looking from this direction, and let's go through it actually. Let's go, what is that 9 is about, what is the 6 is about, and thrive through that particular situation, instead of proving my context is right or your context is wrong. Right and wrong never work together. Only when you are having a right context, right perspective about that particular situation, it is going to build a synergy. Otherwise, we are taking the energy out of each one. Okay. So why this happens in our world actually? See, we all are creating associations not from this particular moment, but the moment we conceived into our mother womb, we started building the context, we started getting the data, we started getting the association dots, and dots are getting stored into our memory. The dots which are having a positive association. What is a positive association? You should have that particular context, that particular event, that particular incidence into your memory to associate with it. say you are being bitten by somebody. I'm sorry, I'm taking negative example, but you are bitten by somebody into a jungle. Then that particular incident has created a dot into your memory. And now, if you are wanted to go to jungle next time, anytime, you have that association already stored into your memory, stating that if you go to jungle, we are going to get beaten, and immediately you are going to try to be protective. You are trying to go out of that particular context. I should not go to jungle, or if I want to go to jungle, I should carry something to protect me. But really speaking, that incident has happened some years back. The situation was different, time was different, the context could have been different. You are not living into that situation today, but the association which got created, it is going to create your environment. Same is true with our schooling, same is true with our business experience, same is true with our professional experience, same is true with our friendship experience actually. When friends stick together, if you are having a friendship which is going lasting for from your childhood till now, that means they are having a lot of positive association with each other actually, and those positive associations wipes out your so-called differences of opinion, and still you wanted to stay together, still you wanted to continue that friendship. And this is what our environment is about. And this environment is creating insanities actually. We all are insane. I know people wanted to say, no, I'm not insane. I'm sorry. We all are having the insanities built in us actually, and which is coming from our environment, which is coming from our association, which is coming from our actions and reactions. And typically, there are four insanities. One is perception. Many a times, when I see an actor on the screen, I have not seen him for my life, but I started disliking only just because he is coming in a certain way, and that certain way has created a perception in mind that this actor is not good actor. Oh, possible actually, but this is the perception. In reality, he may be better actor actually, but I do not know. I have perceived based on my past association with him. Another thing we get insane, particularly in corporate, many a times we underestimate people's power actually. We say that if I can do it, he should be able to do it. And as soon as we said that I can do it and he is not able to do it, you are making yourself authority versus others is your uh, subordinate, or he is not that powerful. You are trying to stamp those guys. You are trying to stamp those team members. We talk about this a lot actually. Hey, I'm having that hardworking ability. Why others people cannot spend more hours? But they might be having better things to do. They might be better at something after that hours. We don't look at it actually, and this is where the insanity start building actually. And this insanity is coming because I become successful by working 14 hours a day, but others are not working for 14 hours a day. So I'm having a perception, or I'm having the feeling, belief that these people are not worth working, they are not loyal, they are not able to put the best possible effort for making things happen. And this created insanity actually. It is possible that the people who are working less hour than you, they are making bigger difference also. But we try not to look at that particular situation in that way, and it's created insanity. Another thing is people should be fair. What is fair actually? Fair is about my reality or my association should be same as what you are trying to behave or what you are trying to exhibit. Then we say it's fair. If we are going to some places, and if I'm finding the road without even having single detour, we feel that things are in fair. It's not true actually. People will not be fair. The fair itself is the context. Fair itself is a relative. Your fairness may not be fairness of others actually, and that is the reason you can see militants ready to kill people because they feel that that is a fair. Whereas the people who are going to temple and they believe that even being vegetarian, not eating non-vegetarian food is also fair, but both are fair in the context. It is not necessary is the truth. Also, we all are born with saying that truth is universal. But what is truth? Do you know the truth actually? Do we know the truth? Are we living the truth? Truth itself is a contextual phenomena. Truth itself is based on the experiences which you are having. Truth itself is based on based on the situation actually. I know you guys will not agree to me. You will say that what you are talking about, truth is truth, truth is universal. Truth is a truth until it is proven. Now, if it is a scientific truth, yes, we can have experiments, we can have data, and we can have association with that. But what about behavior? If I'm having a strange behavior with, say, Mr. Ashish, and Mr. Ashish says that, oh, he is not truthful to me. But I have decided that I have to be that way with Mr. Ashish. Can it be truthful? That is truthful to me, but may not be truthful to him. And this is why this fair and truth context are making us insane, actually. My truth may not be your truth, and your truth may not be perceived same way by me as a truth, actually. So this truth universal thing is having a lot of things to shape our realities, actually. And these are making us insane. You may be believing that this is what I say and I experience this, that is why this is the truth. But it is not necessary. Other guys experience the same thing what you have experienced in that particular situation. So truth is, you experience the truth. It is not necessary other will look at same way in the universe. So these insanities are creating our next thing, actually, which is about paradigm. This is Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey made it very nicely. Paradigms are powerful because they create the lenses through which we see the world. Now, when I talked about fairness and truth, these are two lenses to us, actually. You can say that these are two color glasses to us, the way we are going to look at the world. So if you are going to wear a blue color glass and your truth is blue, so other guy who is going to wear a glass of red color, he is not going to see the blue color thing which you are seeing it, actually. He is going to see the red things. You are going to see the blue things, and they are going to set the paradigm, actually. And based on what experience you are having, that the color glass you are wearing, actually. Okay, look at this picture. Okay, in on the context, I'm going to say you can see all around whole atmosphere is showing you a very rude, dry, I will say like a deserted environment, actually. But if you see the glasses, actually, you are seeing greenery. You are seeing very birds are flying, the mountains are green, other side the cherries are having on the tree. Now, what is truth? Now, what is right in this particular picture, actually? Is this what you are seeing in the lenses, or what is around the lenses, actually? What is there, actually? So it's very difficult to say that one is right or other is wrong, actually. The lenses are created based on what you want to see. If there is a happy person and if it's getting happiness through the deserted situation, he will see happiness. But there could be a person who is seeing happiness through the greenery and he doesn't like the desert like situations which we are seeing on the screen. Possibility is that you may not get happy with that. You may say that there's a situation, it's not situation for me. And this all happens with us every day, every moment, every time we are having the contextual discussions, actually. So now what is the root cause of dualities, actually? These are dualities we have seen. We have seen the dualities are going through our life every time. So basically, we have past through which we have created association of the past. And those associations are always getting challenged or always getting validated whenever we are living into present. When I am living the present and I'm getting similar kind of situation, my brain goes back to my past and try to look at the validation. Is it a positive situation? Is it a good situation? Is it a favorable situation for me? Or I have to be fearful about it. Now, depending upon what I have built association in the past, my present will get decided. In the situation where I got positive vibes, I got a good experience, that situation will be giving me positive vibes, positive feelings. But what is happening, because my past associations were positive, I am assuming that my present is positive and my future will be positive in that situation. That is where the duality stands, actually. The future is not certain. Your present is only certain thing, actually, and past is you cannot change. And now, if I try to get influenced by my past, which is I cannot control, how can I will have a control on my future and my future thinking or my situations, actually? And this is the where duality starts. I'm taking the decision based on my past associations for today, assuming that my future will be brighter, or my future will be behaving same way what it is behaved in the past. And this is not going to help us. And this is the duality. This is the root cause for dualities which we are living in. So we need to look at the situations from today. We need to remove the association of the past. I know I'm talking a lot to get into it. Otherwise, all the knowledge experiences are going to be redundant within no time. We are not talking about that. We are talking about how I can be neutral in the situation in order not to get influenced from my past and not to get affected to my future. How I can take a decision based on the situations which I am living today, and I am ready to take it if something goes wrong into the future. Otherwise, will always be into dualities. We'll be always be into proving am I right or am I wrong actually. Okay, saying that, you already seen this picture. It's very, very popular picture on internet. A cat is looking in the mirror like a lion, right? It's a very known picture actually. But the way I am looking at it, perception which cat is having, it's coming from her past or coming from her association that I'm good at killing rats. That is why I'm brave. That is why I'm having the courage. That is what I can be better than lion. But please understand, the cat's diet and lion's diet is different. Lion is killing wildest animals actually, whereas cat is killing so-called not so detrimental animals or instincts. And that is the reason we cannot have two realities or two perceptions working together actually. Your perception is based on what you are doing here. The realities could be different. And that is why we need to understand, is my perception coming from my past success, or it is coming from the realities I'm living today actually. See, the world is changing from, if you go back 20 years, studying from the book, studying from internet references was considered to be a good thing. Today people are relying on artificial intelligence, where you are getting all the answers, you just have to put the question right. Does that mean what I learned through books are redundant? It is not redundant, but the time required to gain that experience was long. Today I'm getting that experience within a few seconds. So I should be adopting that particular thing for today's reality. Today's reality is artificial intelligence. I cannot live in the perceived world that I will read a book of 1,000 pages, 200 pages, and then build the knowledge actually. If it is available, that you accept that reality and get it, take it forward actually, then only you will be living with the environment. Otherwise there will be always a difference with the environment. Okay, so maybe last slide before we go to question answer. Then what happened, because I'm having the perceived realities, I'm having the perception, and I'm having the past associations. I am always trying to be right based on my past associations, based on my past associated things, actually past experiences. And whenever situation like that or against that comes, I try to be right actually. And trying to be right is the root cause for conflicts. And root cause for dualities are, you are going against the dualities, you are fighting with the dualities. Instead of that, we should be focusing on doing right. It is also possible, based on my past perception, I may be right, but that being right is not going to take me to the right actually. So important thing is that you should be doing right. It is not important to have 6 or 9. It should be important to understand the context that, okay, 6 is right for me or 9 is right for me, and just accept it and move on actually. It is going to help you not to fight against the contrast, but be with the contrast. Try to understand the contrast, and understanding the importance of, not, it is important to be right, it is important to be doing right actually, which is going to help you to go to the next step, take that next step forward, take your future forward, or be successful. Your success may not be my success actually. I may be feeling successful by connecting with people, but some people might be getting feeling successful by having money, by having that network actually. So being right, I may be right being with the people, but I cannot make you right up gaining the money or gaining the wealth. So what is your reality, what is your right thing, you need to decide and work towards doing that right versus being right actually. a very important part of our life is that it's not important to be right. It is important to be doing the right and taking you towards your dream success, towards your perceived success, actually, for being better. And that's the way of navigating dualities. There is no point fighting on the context of who is right versus what is right for me, and let's do that right thing, actually. So thank you very much. There's a lot of things written into the book. This is only one chapter of the book, which I try to put it over here. So if you are interested to read in deeper, there is a chapter number 3, which is talking about all those contexts which I said. But thank you for being so patient listener and giving me energy during your reactions. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ashish sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Maruti, for sharing this so beautifully. And you've painted the entire canvas, white, black, and all the colors in between. And while we open the session up for Q&A in some time, we will request you to share your feedback on the session. We'll be very happy. It's a short feedback form, which we are sharing in the chat. It will take you about 30 seconds or maybe even less to fill that out. So please fill out the feedback and type FD, feedback done, in the chat. And while we are waiting to hear from you, I'd like to pick on Dr. Maruthi's brain on the multiple things that he has spoken about. And you spoke about the dualities and polarities, Dr. Maruthi, and there is one that comes up for me, which is about certainty and uncertainty. Our mind craves for certainty, but the life is uncertain. Anything can happen any minute. And you've also mentioned in your book that dealing with these, coming to grips or dealing with these with the dualities can set us up for 100x growth in our life. So if you could share a little bit of context, your thoughts on uncertainty, certainty, and how dealing with dualities can set us up for success.
Sure, sir. So in life, only certain thing is uncertainty. Okay. So there is nothing certain over there. Only thing is that uncertainty or certainty is having multiple facets, actually. Okay. Certainty, for example, is talks about security or having the stability, no change kind of a thing, actually. That is what we call typically certain, which is going in my favor. Whereas in uncertainty, exactly opposite, actually, or much more than that, there should not be any technology change. That's what we can say. But is it possible in today's world? Actually, it's not possible. Technology change will happen. People will have a different views. Different things will get evolved. So uncertainty is only certain thing, according to me. Now, if I want to have a certainty in uncertainty, then I need to first learn to adopt. That world is going to change, and I need to adapt to it. World is not going to adapt as for me, actually. So first thing, we need to be clear and how to have the foundation for it, right? I always remember Mr. Bata's statement, actually, when he was founding the company named Bata for footwear. So he was thinking that I will put a lawn across the planet, actually, so that people will not have difficulty to walk. And then he challenged himself. Okay, this is little hypothetical, but this made up story. He said that is it possible for me to make a whole planet green and soft for people to walk? And if I cannot do that, what can I do? I can create beautiful, nice footwears through which people can walk through anything coming on their way. And then you look at, oh, it is feasible. Yes, absolutely feasible. But it is not feasible. It is uncertain to make whole world greener, right? It is uncertain to put the lawn across the planet. But what is certain to you? It is definitely certain that you can wear more comfortable, nicer, and more soft shoes, which will allow you to walk across the planet irrespective of the ground. That is certain, right? So in the uncertainty, in the impossible thing, you can definitely make one or small portion of it possible. And that is what I will focus on, actually. What is possible for me to do versus boiling whole ocean, actually.
Beautiful, beautiful, amazing, amazing insight, Dr. Maruti. Thank you very much for sharing that. And friends, once again, I'll request you to fill out the feedback form, and you can use the reactions button to raise your virtual hand for any question that you would like to ask to Dr. Maruti while we keep our conversation going. Another thing which I would like to pick your thoughts on, Dr. Maruti, is how uh, dealing with dualities has helped you innovate, because there is one desire for status quo, for things to remain as they are, versus disrupting and creating something new. So how has dealing with dualities led to innovation? And you're winning the Innovators Award, how has this contributed?
Yeah. So, sir, I mean, I'm going to take 1 minute to answer that. Not many of you know, or maybe knowing that I grew up on very small village, actually. Okay, very, very, I'll say isolated village. Even today, it's difficult to find it on Google Map. So, uh, for me, going to school was almost walking for 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers going and 5 kilometers coming. And this is the adversity I lived in. But then when I look at my mind, I said that, okay, I was getting 1 hour every day or 1.5 hour every day to think about myself, reflect on what I did in school and what is possible for me actually. Okay, so now when I look at this situation to myself, then my question to me is that why not to do different than what others are doing actually? And that is imbibed me when I was going to school at fifth standard, all alone. School used to start around 7 o'clock in the morning, so I had to start around 5:30 that time, and I was walking all alone from my village. So all the time I was thinking about why I'm taking so much of pain. Actually, what is that is going to give me? Anyway, in my village, nobody is educated as much as I am now, so I can live my life the way my villagers are living actually. But then the thing used to come that okay, what can I do differently? Am I having the opportunity to do it differently? And if this is the hard work, this is the adversity which is going to give me opportunity to do something different. Why not? And that why not has created what you described about innovativeness and all. So I started looking at a situation that okay, is it a problem to me or is it a challenge to me? There's a difference between the two actually. The problem is very shallow. A challenge is very deep, actually. A challenge, you take it to ensure that I'm confronting it and solving, making the dent. Whereas if I solve the problem, I may be solving that particular situation. Depends on what kind of problem you are solving. If you are solving the Pune traffic problem, then it could have a big dent. But if I take a challenge of, thing which is related to yourself and you wanted to make big difference, then that definitely that 100x things comes into picture about the question that why not versus why for me. Okay, why me is getting suffered versus oh, why I'm getting suffered, so that probably I'm getting prepared for something different actually. So that was the thought going on to my mind, and that thought was not only for the schooling, but later on when I got into corporate career, I started asking the same questions actually. Why not to do it actually? Why to depend upon so and so? Why to depend upon our partner only? Why not to challenge our things actually? Okay, so this is what makes the difference, sir. That one why or one why not.
Brilliant, brilliant, Dr. Maruti. The power of
And there is a
asking the right.
story, sir, in the book. There is a story of two brothers, which is kind of talking about same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And the power of asking the right questions is very transformative,
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. Yes, Professor Rajesh, happy to hear from you.
Oh, thank you. This contrast, living life with contrast, moment to moment, and then making choices and decisions. I think what Dr. Maruti is highlighting is, you know, he has experienced, difficult times and has broken through, and many of us have at different, degrees of difficulty. But the idea is that, as I say in simple words, you come always to a fork in the road, and you have to make a decision. Do you go right or left? Every day you have to make a choice, and those choices are all, using Dr. Maruti's example. There's a tough road and there's the easy way out, the shortcuts I call. And mostly we tend to take the shortcut without realizing how is it going to impact the future. And I think then we live with it. And then we continue compromising to a point where we feel a lot of despair that nothing's happening in my life. I am kind of stuck. And so that's where I think these moments, like what Dr. Maruti is trying to give through his book, try to awaken you up and say, you know what, you may have to take tough choices. You have to make the tough choices to make a change in your life. So that's the way I look at this whole why these contrasts are created and then how do you navigate. I mean, the book title is, and the book itself hits the nail on the head. I mean, we have been taking, most of us take the easy way out. And, this whole risk averse character, psychologists will go into that. There are different personalities who are risk averse. So, Dr. Maruti, what do you think? Is the risk averseness something to play here? How do we build that capability to take risk?
Yeah, I mean, sir, thank you for bringing that aspect actually. Risk averse is the truth actually, but that risk averseness is again getting associated with your past experiences. Okay, and now if you are having some, I will say, difficult experiences of past, you start becoming cautious actually in today. And this is where the risk averseness comes into picture actually. If you are having, you have taken the risk and you are having good association, you have built, at least you are not lost something and you have built something, you become risk, I will not say ours, but you become more risk taking kind of a personality. Now, in the context, it is not important to be risk averse or risk taker. It is most important we should be aware of risk actually. The risk aware people will know that how much I am able to take that risk actually. So instead of making risk averse or risk aware is most important actually. And then risk averse person also can take a risk actually, sir. It is all past association actually. Suppose I lost money in business, just an example. I will have, if I want to take again a business, I want to start another business newly, I will go too cautiously on that because I know that, I already lost money, I already have bad experiences. So that does not mean that a person is risk averse actually. It become more risk aware and now we're going cautiously actually. Some personalities are there, sir. Those are taking clue from others actually. It may not be from his own context. For example, friend of mine lost in a business. Then I don't know why, but I become averse to risk. Oh no no no! He lost it. I will also lose it actually, and that is where another you can say conflict start or the contrast starts or duality in my mind starts. My personality may be supporting to what I am trying to do, but I'm having an environment which is also having the influence on it, and that is where our environment discussion plays a big role actually, sir. I hope I answer your question, sir.
Yeah. I think you brought a new dimension that risk awareness is more important than becoming risk takers because, we get trained that you have to widen your comfort zone because the comfort zone for people is so close to them that they tend to be, not willing to change. I'm talking from a
Yes.
change perspective. But the risk factor, aware about the risk, which means you have to educate yourself and learn about the situation, the context in the present, and
Yeah.
what are the pros and cons. So
So in books, sir, if you look at the book, there is a chapter, not chapter, but subtopic on comfort zone versus uncomfortable zone, and there is a very thin line of success between the comfort zone and outside the comfort zone actually. And
mhm.
there is example also, a real life example of one of my friend, which I lived along with him actually when during the childhood, and then in her midlife she went through big trauma actually, and then she overcome. So all those childhood and midlife, everything was in the comfort zone actually, because somebody was there to protect her. But as soon as that protection is took out, she went into uncomfortable zone, and now she realized that I'm having much more than I was thinking, and she made think to the next actually, and that's where success lies actually. It is not necessary, or it may be true that she may not be risk averse, but she was not knowing that she is also having the ability to take the risk, because she was living in that comfort zone actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true, very true. It's-
Professor Rajesh, on a lighter note, how many marks would you like to give Dr. Maruti?
Oh, he's my best student. It's always 10 out of 10. The reason I got so enamored by him is his life journey is something remarkable. I mean,
Yes.
I didn't find too many people like that. The only person I found was my father, who also came from a very tiny village here in Rajasthan, and ended up going places because of his ability to, look at what one needs to do.
Mm.
So, so when I met Maruti, I felt I met someone who has gone through the life journey like my father. So, and we were, of course, protected and, all that. So, but I felt, um, I like to see, people who have come through the tough journey. I mean, he made decisions to change his situation. So the same thing my dad also did. So that's why I always give him 10 out of 10.
So nice of you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Professor Rajesh, for that. And
Okay.
yeah, and we'd love to hear from others, a question or a comment. There is a lot of positive feedback coming in the chat. If there's anyone who would like to share the feedback or, ask a question, please raise your hand and ask. And I would also urge you to fill out the feedback form. We are about 16, 17 people on the call. Only 4 of you have filled out the feedback form. So please fill out the feedback form. 30 seconds is all it takes. And while we are waiting to hear from others, Dr. Maruti, I would like to request you to share something from your life on how the contrast played out and how you navigated that. Typically, our response to contrast is of frustration, or this is not how I would like it to be. This is how it should be. Right, wrong, versus so many things. So something from your life that you would like to share, how you dealt with it, what came up for you, how you dealt with it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I will take a bit, sir, I will say little out of context kind of example. It may not be fit exactly into contrasting, but I will give you one example. When I was doing when I took admission for engineering during our time, we used to have all branches going into first year same actually. Okay, so I took admission for electronics engineering. Okay, and the school clerk put my name into automobile engineering, or so-called mechanical engineering. I was not aware of actually. Okay, so I went to exam. The final exam, it used to be board exam, annual exam actually, and I was not able to find my roll number into list, which room to go and where to go. And then almost I wasted 20 minutes finding my number. Finally, out of frustration, I went to the office, the college office, asking him, "Yeah, why my number is not there?" And this guy also got little puzzled why it is not there. So he started looking into automobile engineering list, and he could not find it. And then out of I don't know what, he looked into electronics engineering. Sorry, he looked at in electronics engineering, and then he could not find it. So he looked at in other engineering class. So he looked at in automobile engineering, and he found first name of mine actually. And now he said that, boss, you are enrolled for electronics engineering. Now you are giving the exam. And if you want to change, then you have to achieve so many marks, and you should not have any backlog and all those things actually. And I was like, this is the first paper actually which I have to give it. And you are telling now that this is what is coming in front of you. And then fortunately, my preparation was good. I could get good marks, everything. And then when the D-day come, the clerk called me and he said that, can I continue your name into electronics engineering, or should I keep my mistake going? And I don't know why I said that, keep your mistake going. Actually, I would like to be an automobile engineering now. I don't want to be anybody engineer. So now, uh, now once you have taken the decision, it is a contrast, right? You wanted to be electronics engineer. You were so happy to get that admission, everything, but due to some unknown circumstances, situation changed for you for upside down actually. And now I said that, okay, there could be a reason why my list name was changed actually from X to Y. Probably that could be better for me. I do not know. But now if I wanted to continue this way, let's make it better. Okay. And let's stick to that decision actually. And I stick with that actually. Now, the thing is that you asked me a question that how you navigated those things actually. Then I decided, okay, now I took the decision to stay in the list which was wrong. And I was having the opportunity to go back to original list actually. But still I refused to that actually. Now I wanted to make it good. And then as a good student, I started studying very hard. So remaining 2 years, I was a class topper. And I think I was topper in the board also in automobile engineering. So sometimes what happens that small spark need to come from somewhere. Actually, okay, it's a mistake. Fine, I accept it, but I wanted to make it big. And this is what is, I don't know, it's fitting into what you were expecting, but this kind of small incidences are happened in my life actually, which made me think differently.
Very nice, Dr. Maruti. Very nice. And as you mentioned this, I also Ratan Tata has a quote that I don't believe in right or wrong. I believe in taking decisions and making them right.
Making
So
them right,
sometimes you
absolutely.
get so puzzled whether I'm doing the right thing or wrong thing. You take a decision and then make it right. So brilliant. Thank you for sharing that.
And this karma comes back to you, right? Professor Rajesh knows this actually. I was a very good automobile engineer, everything, but in my last job with SKF, I was taking care of innovations, and then innovations of mechatronics products. So I have to learn electronics again, actually. And now at least I know some of electronics things actually. So karma will not leave you. Karma will make you engineer what you want to be actually.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what comes up for me is that even though this is like all management and very management like discussion, but deeply rooted in spirituality and mindfulness. So thank you very much for bringing this up. Yes, Amol.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Rashid, and thank you, Dr. Maruti, for bringing this topic. Okay, so the point I that hit me a lot is like the contrast in life and what are the like different perception everyone is having. So we thought always like we are right from our perspective, but we didn't take care of the others' perspective, and that is the important reason for the conflict that is happening into organization on the working places. That is the one reflection that I would like to got it from you is that like the perception are different, and then everyone find that they are right from their point of view. Okay, and that is the source for conflict, and that is need to be handled tactfully, and we have to go into the other shoes to understand their standpoint. And that I feel it's really helpful for us to reduce the conflict, and that conflict should result into the positivity that is required, for example the organizational goal that we have to deliver, so like that. So it's really amazing because we know that perception are different, but we have not looked into that direction or that angle, that it is creating a lots of issue actually. The real root cause for might be hidden into this kind of the issues, and we are like searching that how the people are behaving in a different way. So this is how like it's really a amazing session, and that hopeful for me to to go through your book so that I can get a more deeper insight from that. So thank you, Mr. Maruti.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amol. And just to complement on what you said, the way you want it to be right, others also want it to be right, actually. And this is where the dilemma is, right?
Right,
Nobody
completely
wanted to
agree.
to be wrong actually. So if nobody wanted to be wrong, then somebody has to be wrong. And this is where whole conflict starts, and then we lose a lot of constructive time actually into it.
Yeah, lots of time we like happens or gone into the friction that really doesn't get like a result out of that friction. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Amol. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr. Martial.
thank you, Mr. Dr. Khere. It was a wonderful session, though unfortunately I couldn't hear it. I was all through the travel. In fact, I have just reached my room, and I could intermittently hear you. I kept the phone on, and but it was amazing the way you have explained everything. And since we in the SSB do exactly what you have explained, I can really understand, and that attracts me now to your book, and I'll definitely read your book. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot from that. uh, and Dr. Solanki, I heard you speaking in between, and the gems that were coming from you were really excellent. Especially when you talked about shortcuts and all. Fortunately, that is the time I en route got my internet on, and I could hear that.
Mhm.
But you're absolutely right. When you start taking shortcuts in life, shortcuts go into your subconscious, and then your success is like the success of Saharas and Modis and whatnot. Not this Modi, but the other few Modis which are not staying in India now. So you're absolutely right on those count. And
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you, both of
Thank you.
you, and thank you, Mr. Ashish, for this wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Madhur.
Thank you,
And
sir.
Dr. Bharti, I'll request you to share the link of the book with us,
Sure.
so that we'll be sending a mail to everyone who registered for the session, so that the link will go and they can place the order for the book, uh, and have the
Absolutely, sir.
pleasure of
Thank you
reading
so
it.
much. Yeah.
Uh, yes, I guess any closing comments from anyone before we draw the session to a close? We have got Dr. Mardi. I don't know if you have got a chance to look at the comments which have been coming on the chat. Absolutely brilliant, invigorating discussion, fantastic discussion, very nice, very positive comments um, on the session.
Yeah.
One last thing, Dr. Marti, before we close, if there are no more questions or comments, on how what would be your thoughts on strategies for winning, and how this is related, your book is related to how can it help us win in our life?
Sure. I mean, it's very, very relevant and excellent question, sir. Okay. My strategy for winning is very simple. I look into 2x2 quadrant. Um, I definitely don't want it to be lose-lose strategy. I don't want you to lose, I to lose, and still working together. That's not what is winning strategy. At least one of us to win, minimum. That should be in the game. Even if you are winning and I am losing, I'm still happy actually. At least you are getting benefited out of that. But you and me, both are winning. Then excellent actually. Now, sir, I was doing a lot many years customer application engineering, in which my job is to consult with customer and tell them that what is the right solution for you. And in this context, in the business context, typically we say that what is going to give us maximum profit or standardization or things we should propose to customer. I used to take little bit wider route than that. Actually, I used to tell customer what is right for him in a true sense, even though it is going to be a little bit cheaper product for me to offer to him or a little bit expensive product for him in certain context. I used to sit with them and I used to talk about the whole system, actually in the system, how it is making sense to you. And this is the reason even today also, more than most of the customer which I work with, they still call me and ask me in difficult situation, Marutiji, what should I do? And I will say, I'm no more into this. Oh, no, no, we know that, but we wanted to know this actually. So the most important thing in winning strategy, it should have that winning for both actually, winning for you, winning for me. And If there is some compromise need to be made in order to me to win and you to lose, I should be transparent with you. I should be telling you, sir, I know this is going to be a little bit disheartening to you, or this is a little bit of charging on you, tolling on you, but this is going to be winning me over here, and it will give us long run, winning situations. And sir, touch wood, and I wanted to be very, very honest. So far, every customer which I talked very transparently with him, he accepted my proposal actually. He never denied the proposal from my side actually. He always said that, okay, fine, at least you know that you are telling me transparently that in the long run I have to have something on it actually. So that's a simple strategy I'm having, sir. Other things are transaction and activities for it actually. How to go about it, what to plan, when to plan, and all. Those are all I will say transactions. The spirit is I want you to win, I want me to win also. I don't want you to lose and I to win, or other ways actually. So that is the best strategy. If you go and look into book also, there is a model called Domo model. Actually, I mentioned the Domo model. Domo model is for managers actually. So managers, typically when you are managing a big team, you are having doers, you are having observers, you are having the messengers, and you are actually having the achievers. Many a times, the achievers who are having a spirit of win and win, they are lacking the visibility. And this is where managers need to play a role, that who are my doers, really doers, who are my observers, and giving me only a message actually for others doing. They wanted to take a credit, and this happens. We all are human beings, right? People wanted to have easy way of going up, but there are people who are taking the difficult things, who want organization to win, who want their customer to win. Those are the achievers actually, and those achievers are typically having a strategy which is silent. They keep on working behind the screen. They are keep on putting their best effort actually, and then they will never come forward in case things works nice. They will come forward only when things goes wrong, and they will say that, okay, this is what I said. So those are the things we need to look at actually, and we need to take care of those people in the managerial role. The strategy which so when I talk about strategy, this is part of your transaction also, that who are those people who are going to make it happen actually, who are going to make it win, and win not only to me, win in the system, to everyone who are part of that particular project, that particular activities, that particular event. And it's there actually, sir, and it's having the examples also.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful way to look at things, Dr. Maruti. A win-win is the strategy. When the customer wins, we win. And, it could be, while we're talking about customers, it could be anybody we are dealing with in our life.
Yeah.
So thank you. On that note, that's a very happy note to bring our session to a conclusion. Uh, and Dr. Maruti, any closing comment you would like to have for our audience, on the book or the message in the book before we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will urge, I mean, thank you, Ashish sir, for giving this opportunity. Actually, it's wonderful to be part of Mindful community. I'm a member, but being actively talking to people, listening from them, understanding their questions. So, I will strongly recommend to everyone, please read a book. um, it's having a lot of real life examples. There are a lot of real life things which you can connect actually in the situations. Even though book is non-fiction, and we talk about it's a management book or something, it's not really a business book. It's a book of day-to-day things actually, what we see in the life. When we go to work, we see it actually. When you are in the home, you are seeing it. When you are driving in the city, you are going to see those things actually, what is mentioned in the book. It's nothing like Eureka. It is not God given to me. It is only observations which I made from this particular environment, which I try to put it in nice words. So all those things are observations. Those are not really taken this way. But please read book. I will be very happy to answer any questions, or uh, if I could give more insights than the book actually when you are reading. And if you find some mistakes and you say that, okay, this is not fitting into context, I will be happy to learn from you and correct it in the next version whenever it will be. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Maruti. Really wonderful to have you with us on the session today. Thank you, everyone, for taking our time and joining us this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Our next session will be on next Saturday at 5 p.m., where we are going to have Dr. Vineet Gira talk on career counseling. So please block your calendars, and we look forward to meeting you next Saturday, 5 p.m. Have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr.
Yes,
Maruti. Thank you.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you all for your time. That's a precious gift to me, giving your time actually. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.